Mike Pence, vice president, he benefits from the fact that very often he's seen next to Donald Trump. And so next to Donald Trump, almost anyone is going to look perfectly normal. And as we've pointed out on the show, the media attempts to portray Mike Pence as a stabilizing normal force. Nothing weird at all. But something came out from a little bit more than a decade ago that's interesting at the very least. It was revealed to The Hill back in 2002 that Pence reportedly won't have dinner alone with a woman who is not his wife. He also won't attend any events where alcohol is served unless Karen is there with him.
Is mommy there with you?
Now look, this came out like a day ago. And in the wake of it, it's been revealed to us libs living in our bubbles that this is not the rarest thing in the world for a lot of extremely conservative Christians, that these sorts or something like it in marriages can happen. But it's not something that I hear of frequently. And so it's noteworthy.
Okay, so I'm gonna separate this story into two different categories. One is you can't have dinner with your wife, without your wife, with a woman. And there was another part here where she's apparently, although she doesn't get involved in policy, he does run all of his policy by her. Which, by the way, I can decipher that for you. She's involved in policy. She says she serves as his, quote, gut check and has his prayer warrior. Okay,
God.
So now,
imagine if you use the term prayer warrior, but you said it in Arabic.
Oh yeah,
that'd be the most horrifying thing in the world for American Christians.
No, it's okay. Mike Pence, I just give him counsel on how Allah would want him to act. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You beg, thank the Lord. Anyway.
I'm a lib and I'm scared right now.
Anyways, so now, but John is right. Folks think like that in a lot of the country, and I get it.
This week, Attorney General Jeff Sessions announced his plan of attack on so-called sanctuary cities, threatening to take away federal funding or grants from cities that provide these safe havens to undocumented immigrants.
Such policies cannot continue. They make our nation less safe by putting dangerous criminals back on the streets. Today, I'm urging states and local jurisdictions to comply with these federal laws, and failure to remedy violations could result in withholding grants.
Now, obviously, not complying with the law or allowing dangerous criminals to run rampant through the streets sounds pretty bad. So we can all agree on that. But unfortunately for Jeff, you know, the same guy who happened to forget all his meetings with the Russian ambassador during his confirmation hearing, seems like he also forgot some pretty crucial facts and figures about sanctuary cities as well. I'm Hannah Cranston, and I'm about to school our Attorney General on sanctuary cities. Class is now in sessions. The term sanctuary city is used to describe any area, city, county, or state that has policies in place to limit the local government and police's involvement in and cooperation with federal immigration enforcement actions. AKA, these counties don't snitch on their undocumented residents who are likely escaping hardship in their home countries if they are otherwise law-abiding, non-violent residents. Now, Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York City, Chicago, Philadelphia, and even Washington, D.C. are all considered sanctuary cities. In fact, there are over 200 state and local jurisdictions in the US that have some sort of policy in place to separate themselves from Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE. Most of the time, these policies work to prohibit local police from stopping people solely to establish their immigration status, which sounds legit. And they do so to build a better relationship between local law enforcement and undocumented immigrants, which also sounds pretty legit. Because when there's a positive relationship between immigrants and the police, there's less crime. In fact, both the Major Cities Chiefs Association and the International Association of Chiefs of Police believe that cooperation with immigrant communities is crucial in solving crimes and preventing terror attacks. And they're right. Sanctuary cities are actually safer than comparably sized non-sanctuary cities, despite Sessions' remarks.
They make our nation less safe.
According to FBI crime data, these are real facts, not alternative ones. Sanctuary cities actually experience less crime than comparable non-sanctuary counties. A typical sanctuary county in a large metropolitan area will actually experience almost 700 fewer crimes per 100,000 residents than a metropolis that doesn't offer the same protections. Plus, you get the added bonus of not being an asshole to struggling immigrants who are often fleeing horrible economic and/or dangerous situations in their native lands. By stripping funding and grants, Sessions wants to financially force these cities to hand over undocumented immigrants and punish those who don't, using inaccurate crime statistics as a scapegoat and fear tactic. But yeah, Jeff, let's claw back federal funding and grants that usually go to things like universities, the building of highways, even providing more resources to ensure safety to all who reside there, because that makes total sense and seems like the right thing to do. But you guys know the right thing to do. Share this video with your friends so we can spread the word about how important it is to keep funding for these cities. Remember that no human is illegal, and follow me at Hannah Cranston.